Hey everyone, and welcome back. So the video I have for you guys today, it's not a makeup video, it's not a fashion video or anything like that. I'm here to talk to you guys about the new movie coming out on Friday, A Birth of a Nation. So I had the opportunity this evening to go and see The Birth of a Nation. I thought that movie was so powerful and so inspiring. And I think that it's an important film for everybody to go see, not just, people like me, African Americans, blacks like me, but everybody, because it shows not only how the slaves, they were treating, and just like it did the same thing as 12 Years a Slave, it was just as real, just as graphic as 12 Years a Slave, but it also shows how we need to band together and we need to figure out where our power and our strength lies, especially with what is going on today, with everything that is going on today. And just some background of the movie. I don't want to give it away. I want you guys to go see it. I want you to experience it for yourself. But it's the story of Nat Turner. He was a slave. He was educated by his slave master's wife and was taught how to read the Bible and was taught how to preach, and he ended up, using that knowledge to begin the 48-hour revolution, which was, the bloodiest slave revolution in history. So, just like how Nat Turner in the movie, he recognized his strength and where the power lied and used that to help him. I know other people are gonna be like, oh Lord, not another slave movie. But I think that the movies that depict us as slaves, that are as real and as raw as Birth of a Nation or 12 Years a Slave, movies like that are just as important as the ones that show our accomplishments, like the one coming out. I can't remember the name of the one coming out, but it's the three black women who were kind of like the masterminds behind, I think, NASA's launch to the moon. It's really bad, I can't remember the name right now, but that's, movies like that which show our successes. The movies showing us about slavery are just as important because it shows where we came from. It shows our stories. It shows our history, which is something that, I want to be in education, which means I've, paid a lot to my education, and we African Americans don't get the same history. We don't get taught our history, our stories, where we come from. So, those movies are just as important because the saying goes, you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. So, those are, like I said, just as important because we do need to know our history in order to move on. So, I really enjoyed the movie. It was so inspiring, like I said, so powerful, um, so meaningful. And I don't really want to give, too much away, but like I said, it talks about how Nat Turner discovered where his power lied and tried to use that to help the fight against slavery. It talks about other things. Well, it not talks about, but it depicts rape. There's also a scene where we have a little white girl and a little black girl, and they're playing together, and the white girl has the black girl on like a leash made of rope. It talks about, or it shows the whippings and the abuse that our ancestors went through. So yeah, it was very touching, very inspiring, very powerful. And I know I've said that a lot, but those are really the three words that I can just use to express how I'm, feeling at this moment. But yeah, I encourage everybody to go see it and just, take it all in, learn something from it, and see how you can use it to apply it to your daily life right now and apply it to what is going on right now. Because, everybody might say, oh, things are changing, oh, we're in a post-racial society. We're not. The same things that went on back then are going on right now, just in a totally different, or not totally, but in a different way. And we just need to look at the struggles that our ancestors went through and use that to say, that's what my ancestors went through. What am I doing right now that can help push us forward? What can I do right now that doesn't let what they did die in vain? Just sorry. Yeah, just using that to learn and empower us to push forward, empower us to find where our strength right now is, and use that to help us with what's going on in today's society. Yeah, I think that's all I really kind of can get out right now, but it hits theaters October 7th on Friday, tomorrow, so go see it. It was definitely a good film.
Right? Love the Lord and walk His purpose.
Take your time.
For too long, we've been miseducated about who we are, who we were. Nat Turner wasn't the only person that stood up. Tools so they didn't have to work, maimed themselves, poisoned their masters. So the idea that we've laid down and never stood against our oppressors is a lie from hell. We've been conditioned to see ourselves. And that is what I hope this film inspires. The legacy of Nat Turner means so much to me because he said, when I became free, I began to see the effect slavery had not only on slave, but on slave master. Right. There's been a trauma that has been passed down that we are all internalizing, that we all, that will inspire our young people. We can have education that is culturally responsible.
Yes.
That affects our young people. Because, real quick,